Hey guys, I'm gonna make some veggie chicken wraps today. And basically I'm just using some veggies that I had left over in my fridge and some chicken. I had planned on making fajitas tonight for dinner, but I had forgotten to buy peppers at the store. So I just used some vegetables that I got for a different meal. In the skillet already, I have a parsnip that I peeled and chopped up. That's what this piece is. And then I have a small onion. And I just have a little bit of olive oil in here. And to get a little bit of moisture out of the onions, I'm going to add some salt. So I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Maybe like a teaspoon. Not too much. And then some pepper. Over here I've got one small yellow summer squash and then one small zucchini, and then this is one very large chicken breast that my husband had grilled a few days ago that we need to get used up. So all I'm going to do at this point is saute the parsnip and the onion and get those soft. My husband's not a huge onion fan. Actually, he loathes them, but if I cook them like this, he usually doesn't notice. Especially if there's chicken in there because he loves chicken. And then when all this is put together, I'm going to add spinach and cheese and put it in a whole wheat tortilla. Also, for this meal, I'm going to be making kale chips, which I'm going to start over on this side. And I'm just going to spray it with a little coconut oil spray. I have a teeny tiny kitchen, so excuse the cramness. So I'm just going to throw these on here and make sure they're torn up. And they say, I've read other recipes where they say not to overlap them, but I found that with kale it really doesn't matter a whole lot if they overlap a little bit because they'll shrink down immediately once they're getting in there. So, I mean, not crowd it totally, but like this where they're bunched together, it's not a big deal. Just tear them up. And when you get your kale from the store to prepare it to do these chips, all you need to do is rinse them under water, maybe soak in a little vinegar if they're dirty or fresh from a farm. And then just take them off of the stem or the rib of the leaf. And then have them, make sure they're dry because you don't want water in there. That will just steam the leaves and then they'll be really soft, but they won't be crunchy like you want in a chip. Which is the whole idea behind not like cramming them on a baking sheet so that they don't steam from the moisture that's coming out when you bake them, but they shrink down so fast that I've never had a problem with like this amount. So now all I'm going to do to get these chips in the oven is spray the tops with a little bit of the coconut oil. Spray, just a little. And then I'm just going to season them with this Phil Robertson seasoning. It's a little spicy, not too much. I just find that it gives a really nice flavor, and I really love it. My husband likes it too. That way it's not just salt and pepper. And I'm just going to pop these in a 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes. And then after they come out, after 10 minutes, I will just rotate them a little bit. I just need to stir these. See, they're getting a little bit golden and crispy. And parsnips, they're a lot like carrots. If you would peel one and smell it, it smells almost exactly like a carrot. I'm just going to turn this down to medium-high. And they've got good vitamins too. The nice thing about parsnips is that you can like add them into anything without your kids noticing. Because they're white, like you can't even notice them in here. I find that they're kind of a cross between like a potato and a carrot. This is a really quick dinner. I really like doing stuff like this because you get to add lots of veggies and it's fast, you know? I mean, people say, well, I don't have time to cook healthy. Well, you have time. This is going to take me probably 10 to 15 minutes for this whole meal, and it's a main dish and a side, and it's got all the food groups in it. So there is stuff that you can make. You just have to be creative. I'm going to go ahead and add the squash and zucchini. And I'm not going to add the chicken till last because it's already cooked. What's the matter, baby? What's the matter? I probably should have used a bigger pan, but oh well. And once I get this mixed up, I'm going to re-season this also, because you should season every layer of your dishes. I'm going to add a little bit more salt and pepper. And this is basically just bulking up our chicken because I only have one leftover chicken breast. I'm going to go ahead and add this chicken. And I just chopped this chicken up into little pieces and it was grilled. So I'm not going to re-season this now because the chicken was seasoned on the grill. So it really doesn't need any more salt. And basically, we just need to let that heat through. I really should have used a bigger pan. Don't make my mistake. Okay, so I have my tortillas here. I'm just gonna do the first one. Actually, I'm gonna taste this first and make sure the parsnips and everything is done. Yep, everything's perfect. So I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And I'm kind of going to wrap these up like tacos instead because these are pretty small tortillas. A little bit of cheese, full fat of course. The reason why we use full fat everything is because the more fat you have taken out of something, the more processed it's going to be. And you need fat in your diet, you know. Fat is not the enemy. So you see I have that kind of wrapped up like a tortilla, and I'm just going to wrap this in foil like that. And now it's going to be nice and hot for my husband. He doesn't like cold food. Okay, these are pretty much stuffed full. Let's give these a flip. And these are pretty crispy already, but the side that was face down on the paper, you definitely can tell which side it is because they're kind of flimsy on that side. I mean, you can tell that this shrunk down a lot already, so. Alright, I'm just gonna spread these out again. Spray it again. I'm not going to re-season because I seasoned them pretty well the first time, and I'm just going to pop these in for another like 7 minutes probably. And then I'll show you guys when everything's done. They might need a couple more minutes. Okay, that's my timer going off. Let's see if they're done. Alright, now they're nice and crispy. Thanks for watching. Make sure to stay tuned. I'm going to have new recipes coming out every week. Thanks!